Taurus, you do not make decisions lightly. You weigh, you consider, you take your time, and that is one of your greatest strengths. It has kept you from many mistakes. It has saved you from many regrets. It has allowed you to build a life that is solid, real, and meaningful in a world where so many people move too fast to notice what they are building at all. But there are moments in every life, and you are standing in one of them right now, when the luxury of endless deliberation is no longer available. Not because you have run out of wisdom, but because the decisions themselves have been waiting long enough, and the universe, which has its own sense of timing, is no longer willing to hold them in suspension. In the next 7 days, certain decisions will arrive that cannot be postponed any longer. They will not wait for perfect conditions. They will not arrive when everything is calm and settled and you feel fully prepared. They will arrive when they arrive, sometimes inconveniently, sometimes beautifully, sometimes in the middle of an ordinary Tuesday. And what you need to know before they come is this: your soul already knows what needs to be chosen. You have always known. The work has never been about finding the answer. The work has always been about finding the courage to act on the answer you already carry. These are the 11 decisions that are heading your way, and you are more ready for them than you believe. 1. Whether to stay in a situation that has outgrown you or trust the pull towards something new. You feel it. You have been feeling it for a while now, that particular discomfort that is not about anything being terribly wrong, but about something no longer quite fitting the way it once did. It is the discomfort of a life that has quietly grown beyond its current container. Not every difficult situation is one you should leave. You know this. You are not someone who runs from difficulty. You are someone who has always been willing to do the hard work, to show up even when it is not comfortable, to honor commitments even when they require sacrifice. That is part of what makes you who you are. But there is a difference between difficulty worth enduring and a shape that is simply no longer yours. There is a difference between growth happening inside a situation and a situation actively holding back the growth that is trying to happen in you. The question heading your way is not whether you are strong enough to stay. You have proven that 100 times. The question is whether staying at this point is an act of commitment or an act of avoidance. Whether you are honoring something real or simply postponing a reckoning with a truth you already know. What is pulling at you, that quiet, persistent pull towards something different, something new, something that feels more aligned with who you are becoming rather than who you used to be, is not weakness. It is not restlessness for its own sake. It is the part of you that knows you have given everything you had to give in this particular direction, and that there is another direction waiting. The decision you are approaching is not easy. For someone like you, leaving anything is never easy. Not because you lack courage, but because you do not leave lightly. You love deeply. You commit fully. And so when the moment comes to release something, even something that has outgrown its fit, it carries weight. But the weight is not a sign that you are making the wrong choice. Sometimes the heaviest doors lead to the most light. 2. Whether to speak a truth you have been protecting others from at the cost of yourself. You have been holding something. Maybe for weeks, maybe for much longer than that. Something true, something you know, something you feel, something that matters, that you have kept carefully to yourself because you did not want to hurt someone or cause conflict or disrupt a peace that was already fragile. You are extraordinarily good at this kind of quiet sacrifice. You protect the people around you in ways they rarely see or appreciate because the protection is invisible. It lives in the conversations you do not start, the truths you do not voice, the needs you do not name because voicing them might make things harder for someone else. And there is real love in that. There is care in that. But there is also a cost, and you have been paying it for longer than is fair to yourself. The truth you have been holding is taking up space. It is sitting in the place where your peace should live. It is wearing down a part of you that was not designed to carry this kind of weight indefinitely. You are a patient person, but patience applied to your own suppression eventually becomes a kind of slow erosion. The decision coming your way is this: do you continue to protect others from a truth that belongs in the open, or do you finally speak it, gently, firmly, with the care and thoughtfulness that always characterize how you communicate, and trust that those who love you can handle what is real? Speaking your truth does not mean being unkind. It does not mean dropping what you carry without regard for how it lands. For you, it never has. But it does mean choosing yourself this time. It means deciding that your voice deserves to be heard, that what you know and feel and experience is worth putting into words, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it changes the air in the room. You have been the keeper of everyone else's comfort for too long. This decision is your chance to set down what was never entirely yours to carry. If what you are hearing feels accurate, know that it could happen if you applied this energy consistently for 21 consecutive days. That is the 21-day challenge pinned at the top of this channel. It is built around daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you are tired of staying in the same cycle, that structure is exactly what has been missing. 3. Whether to give your trust to someone who is asking for another chance to earn it. Trust for you, Taurus, is not a small thing. It never has been. You do not give it quickly, and you do not withdraw it without cause. And once it has been broken, the road back to it is long and requires more than words. It requires time. It requires consistency. It requires a person who is willing to show you day after day that they understand what was broken and that they are genuinely different from the version of themselves who broke it. Someone in your life is asking for that chance right now, or they will be very soon. And the decision that faces you is one of the most complex you will navigate because it lives right at the intersection of two things you value equally: your deep loyalty to the people you care about, and your even deeper commitment to protecting the peace that you have worked so hard to build inside yourself. How do you know if this person deserves another chance? You cannot know with certainty. That is the honest truth, and you deserve honesty. What you can know is whether they have shown you something real, something beyond words, beyond apologies, beyond the version of themselves they present when they want something from you. You can observe whether their actions over time have been slowly building something you can stand on, or whether the ask for trust is coming without the behavior to support it. You can check inside yourself. Not the part that is afraid of being hurt again, but the deeper, quieter part that always knows, and ask, does this feel like genuine change, or does this feel like hope dressed up as evidence? That question answered honestly will tell you what you need to know. And whatever you choose, let it come from your wisdom, not your wound. 4. Whether to take a step forward that has no guarantee, only a feeling that it is right. You like certainty. You appreciate knowing as much as possible what you are stepping into before you step. This is not a flaw, it is how you protect everything you have built, and you have built things worth protecting. But the universe has a complicated relationship with certainty, Taurus, especially when it is trying to move you into something larger than what you have already known. Sometimes the path forward is one that cannot be verified in advance. Sometimes the only thing pointing in the right direction is a feeling clear, persistent, and quiet, that this is the next thing, that this is where you are meant to go. A step of this kind is coming. Something is asking you to move forward without the comfort of a map, without the assurance that it will work out the way you are hoping, without anyone being able to guarantee you that the risk will be rewarded. And for you, that is one of the hardest kinds of asks, because everything in you wants to be sure before you move. Everything in you wants to test the ground before you trust your weight to it. But here is what the universe has been trying to show you, in ways both large and small. There are things worth stepping toward even without a guarantee. There are callings worth answering even when the outcome is unclear. There are moments in life that require you to let go of the edge, not recklessly, not without thought, but with the firm and grounded faith of someone who has learned, through long and careful living, to trust themselves completely. The feeling that this step is right, that feeling is your guarantee. It is not a small thing. It is everything. 5. Whether to choose rest when everything around you is telling you to keep pushing. The world rewards doing. It rewards producing. It rewards the visible evidence of effort, the tasks completed, the miles covered, the goals pursued. And you, Taurus, have always been willing to work. You have never been someone who looks for the easy way out. When something matters to you, you show up for it fully with your whole body and your whole heart, for as long as it takes. But there is a decision in front of you that asks something different. It asks you to stop, not because you have failed, not because the work is finished, but because you are running on something close to empty, and the most powerful thing you could do right now, the most productive, the most strategic, the most aligned with everything you are trying to build, is to rest. Real rest. Not the half rest of scrolling through something while your mind keeps running. Not the rest of sitting still while your body relaxes but your thoughts race. Real rest, the kind that allows your entire system to recover, to replenish, to come back to itself after the long stretch of effort you have been pouring out. The decision is whether you will allow yourself this. Whether you can choose rest without calling it laziness. Whether you can trust that what needs doing will still be there when you return. and that you will be better equipped to do it when you have given yourself what your body and spirit are clearly asking for. You take care of everything and everyone around you. This decision is asking you to take care of the one at the center of it all, you. 6. Whether to protect your energy or pour it generously into someone who genuinely needs it. This is a decision that asks you to hold two things at once: your own very real need to preserve what little energy you have right now, and the genuine need of someone in your life who is struggling. It is a tension you feel deeply because you are not someone who turns away from people who are hurting. You are the one others come to. You are the one who shows up. You are the one who listens and holds and steadies the people around you when their world is shaking. That is a gift, a real one. But gifts given from a place of depletion do not serve anyone fully, not the person receiving them, and certainly not you. What you are being asked to navigate right now is not a simple choice between generosity and selfishness. It is a much more nuanced question. Can you give what this person needs without giving what you do not actually have? Can you show up for someone without erasing yourself in the process? Because there is a way to be present for someone who needs you that does not require you to pour from an empty vessel. It requires honesty with yourself about where you actually are. It requires boundaries, not walls, but clear and loving edges that allow you to give from a full place rather than a depleted one. And it requires trust. Trust that the most loving thing you can do for anyone is to be genuinely here, with something real to offer, rather than hollowed out and struggling to hold them when you cannot yet hold yourself. How you navigate this decision will say something important about how well you have learned to value yourself. Choose wisely, choose generously toward yourself, and you will find you have far more to give. If this message is resonating with your sign right now, trust that it is not a coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal at exactly the right moment. And you are here because you needed to hear this today. Your support, whether as a subscriber or as a member of this community, is what keeps these messages alive. The ones that touch hearts, awaken minds, and transform lives. If this video has been making sense to you, drop in the comments the day you were born. Let us keep going. 7. Whether to return to a dream you quietly set aside, or allow it to complete its release. There is something you wanted once. Maybe not that long ago. Maybe a very long time ago. A dream that felt real to you. Not frivolous, not impossible, but genuinely possible and genuinely yours. Something that, for a season of your life, you could see clearly in your mind and feel clearly in your chest. And then something happened. Not necessarily a catastrophe. Sometimes it is just time and the weight of other things, and the reasonable practicalities of everyday living. You set it down. You told yourself it would wait. And somewhere along the way, the waiting became so long that you stopped being sure you still wanted it, or whether returning to it would be an act of courage or just an old attachment you had not quite learned to release. This decision is arriving to ask you directly, which is it? Only you can answer this, and you can only answer it honestly by going very still and listening for what lives inside the question without the noise of practicality or fear or other people's expectations. Does this dream still have energy in it when you think about it quietly? Does something in you lift when you allow yourself to imagine it, even a little? Or does the thought of it arrive with more of the feeling of completion, of something that served its purpose in a chapter that has already closed? Neither answer is wrong. Returning to a dream is not the only courageous choice. Sometimes releasing one, cleanly and completely and with love, is the act that frees everything that has been waiting on the other side of it. The courage is in answering honestly, and then honoring what is true. 8. Whether to forgive, not for their sake but for the freedom it will return to you. You have been carrying something for a long time. Something that happened, something that hurt you more than you have shown, probably more than you have said out loud to anyone, possibly more than you have fully acknowledged even to yourself. Because that is how Taurus carries pain. Not dramatically, not in ways that ask for attention or sympathy, quietly, deeply, in a place that others cannot easily reach. But the weight of it is real, and you feel it, and it has been with you long enough now that it has started to shape some of the choices you make. Not out of wisdom, but out of the protection that comes from having been genuinely wounded. Forgiveness is the decision in front of you, not as a gift to the person who hurt you, not as an absolution of what they did, or a statement that it was acceptable, or an invitation for them to return to a position of closeness or trust. Forgiveness is not any of those things, even though it is often misunderstood that way. Forgiveness is the act of releasing yourself from the obligation of carrying what happened. It is choosing, consciously and deliberately, to stop pouring your present energy into keeping an old injury alive. It is not for them. It is entirely for you. The freedom that comes on the other side of genuine forgiveness is something that is difficult to describe until you have experienced it. It is like setting down a weight you had carried so long you forgot you were carrying it. It is like being able to breathe fully, without the low-level restriction that has been there so long it felt normal. It does not happen all at once, but the decision to move in that direction, that can happen right now. 9. Whether to let go of a habit that has been draining the very peace you were trying to protect. You are honest with yourself, Taurus, when you choose to be. And there is something you already know about this one, something you have known for a while, even if you have not said it out loud. There is a habit, a pattern of behavior, a way of coping, a thing you reach for when the stress rises or the quiet becomes uncomfortable, and it has been costing you more than it has been giving you. That equation, which perhaps was once more balanced, has shifted. What once soothed now drains. What once helped now holds you back. And yet it is familiar, which makes it feel safe even when it is not. This is one of the most quietly significant decisions heading your way, because it is entirely internal. No one else is asking you to make this change. No one else may even know that this habit is costing you what it costs. But you know. And the honest, grounded, deeply self-aware part of you, the part that has always been able to see things as they truly are when you allow yourself to look, knows that the peace you have been trying to protect has actually been eroded by this very thing you thought was protecting it. Letting go of a habit is not simple, and it does not happen because you decide once that you are done with it. It happens in small, repeated choices, each time you reach for it and choose differently instead. Each time you sit with the discomfort it was hiding for you and let the discomfort pass on its own. It is slow work, but it is exactly the kind of work you are suited for. Patient, steady, committed. You have built things that lasted, Taurus. You can build this too. 10. Whether to say yes to something that excites and frightens you in equal measure. It is coming toward you, something that lights up a part of you that may not have been lit up in quite some time. An opportunity, an invitation, a possibility that feels genuinely alive in a way that not many things do. You can feel the pull of it clearly. And alongside that pull, just as clearly, you can feel the fear. Not the fear of something dangerous. Not a warning, not a sign to stay away. The particular kind of fear that arrives alongside things that genuinely matter. The fear of wanting something and risking disappointment. The fear of stepping into something that requires you to show yourself fully, without the usual careful layers of protection. The fear of being seen, truly seen, in the place where you are reaching for something new. For you, Taurus, fear of this kind is actually a signal worth paying attention to. Because you do not tend to be afraid of things that do not matter to you. Your emotional system is too grounded, too rooted, to generate genuine fear around things that have no real weight. When something both excites and frightens you in equal measure, what you are experiencing is the energy of something significant. Something worth your risk. Something that, if pursued with your full heart and your full steady determination, could change the shape of your life in ways you will be grateful for long after the fear has faded. The decision is whether to let the fear win one more time, or whether to thank it for being present, for confirming that this thing matters, and walk forward anyway. Not recklessly, not without thought, but with the deep, quiet courage that has always lived inside you, even when you forgot it was there. 11. Whether to fully believe without reservation that you are worthy of everything that is coming. This is the decision beneath all the other decisions. Because every choice on this list, every direction you consider turning, every door you move toward or release, is ultimately shaped by the answer to this question. Do you truly believe you deserve what you are hoping for? Not intellectually, not as something you say when asked, but at the level where decisions are actually made, in the quiet, private interior where your real beliefs about yourself live. Taurus, you give so much. You show up for others so completely, so reliably, so without keeping score. And somewhere in the middle of all that giving, it is possible that you have slowly moved yourself to a secondary position in your own life. It is possible that you have become very practiced at believing others are worthy of what they need, while quietly exempting yourself from the same grace. This last decision, the most important one, is the decision to end that pattern. To look clearly at everything that is moving in your direction right now, the opportunities, the clarity, the connections, the possibilities, and to choose to believe without reservation that they are not accidents. that they are not things that are happening for other people and somehow also arriving in your direction by mistake. They are here for you. They are here because you have earned them, through patience, through loyalty, through the long and quiet work of being someone who shows up, who cares deeply, who builds things that last. You are worthy of a love that is steady and real. You are worthy of a life that feels as good on the inside as you have worked to make it appear on the outside. You are worthy of rest, of joy, of expansion, of all the beautiful things your sign was made to receive and enjoy and share. Choose to believe it fully, without the usual qualifications and conditions. That belief, held steadily and returned to every day, will be the foundation on which everything that is coming will finally be able to land. If this message resonated with your sign, trust that it is not a coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it always sends exactly the right signal, and you are here because you needed to hear this today. Your support as a subscriber or as a member of this community is what keeps these messages alive. They are the messages that touch, awaken, and transform. If this video made sense to you, leave in the comments the day you were born. There is a season for holding still, Taurus, and there is a season for moving. You have always known the difference, even when outside voices tried to rush you in one direction or another. You have always had that deep internal compass, that quiet, unshakable sense of when to wait and when to act, and it has served you better than most of the advice you have ever received from other people. What the next 7 days are asking of you is not perfection. They are not asking you to make every decision correctly, or to do everything right, or to emerge on the other side without any uncertainty. They are simply asking you to engage, to be present, to stop letting the decisions pile up in the background while you manage everything around them, and instead to face them one at a time, with the same care and deliberateness that you bring to everything that truly matters. You are not starting from nothing. You carry with you everything you have lived, everything you have learned, every time you were tested and found what you were made of. That is not a small thing. That is a life's worth of wisdom, and it belongs to you. The decisions heading your way are not punishments. They are not evidence that something has gone wrong. They are the natural pressure points of a life that is ready to move into its next form, and the fact that they are arriving all at once, with a kind of urgency you cannot ignore, is the universe's way of saying, you are ready. Even if you do not feel ready, even if you are still holding on to something that was easier than what is coming, you are ready because you have been preparing for this quietly and without knowing it, for longer than you realize. Go gently into these days, Taurus. Go thoughtfully as you always do, but go. The life that is waiting on the other side of these choices is worth every moment of the discomfort that choosing will require. And you, with your patience, your strength, your profound capacity to build things that endure, are exactly the person who can walk through this and come out transformed.